Hello, everyone. Welcome to This Week Astrology for the week of April 17th to April 23rd. And we have a big week ahead. Very big week ahead indeed. And we'll talk all about it and how you can make the most of it. Make the most of one small day here on This Week Astrology. So today is a Monday. It is the 17th of April. We are under our waning moon phase for the next few days. So we're releasing, we're banishing, we're letting go of resistance. And we're going to have this week our second new moon in Aries. Take two, in case that first new moon in Aries, you didn't make the most of it. Well, you got a new moon in Aries, and this one is a solar eclipse. Yeah, we're going to talk all about that tomorrow on a live stream. But yeah, for your solar eclipse this week, just so you know, not a good time to light candles and stuff like that. You can, make a wish list if you want, but I wouldn't do anything too extra. You kind of want to just let the universe have its way with you with these eclipses. So no candles. Good morning, Sin. Nice to see you. You love eclipses? Oh, I'm glad. Well, you're going to be in for a treat. We are in eclipse season, so you're going to have a lot of fun with those, Sin. Good morning, Jamie Honey Bunny. Nice to see you. Good morning, Kelsey. Happy Monday to you. And indeed, it is Monday. It's the moon's day, the most sensitive, porous day of the week. So be sure to double down on your self-care and nurture your subconscious mind. Don't give yourself the luxury of a negative thought on a Monday. Focus on what you want, because that's what we get in life, what we focus on, what we concentrate on. And the moon is in Pisces today until 9:09 p.m. East, then Aries. Your Pisces moon is good for extra sleep. If you can get some extra Z's, good idea to do so under the Pisces moon. Pisces moon is also very indulgent and imaginative, so maybe you'll be creative. Aries moon, when you have your Aries moon tonight, it's good for a fresh start, physical activity, starting brand new. Ooh, you just found out last week your Myers-Briggs personality type is INFJ. Ooh, I don't know offhand what all of those Myers-Briggs personalities are, but that's awesome. That's awesome. And numerologically, today is a day of progress and new beginnings. If you've been feeling stuck, well, 17 can help you to move forward as it encourages change, growth, and innovation. Pretty cool, right? And today is JP Morgan's birthday. JP Morgan spearheaded, as Aries often do, the formation of trusts and mergers. And in fact, he used astrologers to help him with the timing of his businesses and investments. He said that millionaires don't use astrology, billionaires do. Or that's what they say, he said. I'm not quite sure. But anyway, maybe you can spearhead something on Monday when the moon enters Aries. Not a bad idea to take risks, consult your local astrologer, that would be me, or check your horoscope, find out what's up, just like JP Morgan did, right? For investments and figuring out the best timing of things. Definitely. And then on Tuesday, the 18th, well, we're still under our waning moon cycle, so keep releasing resistance. That's going to really help you make the most of your Aries new moon solar eclipse that we have this week. And Tuesday is ruled by Mars. Action-oriented Mars rules the day. It's ideal for anything that requires extra courage, drive, and initiative. You can get a lot done. Oh, you are too, Regan. Oh, that's wonderful to know. INFJ. Really cool. Really cool. So yeah, we also have, of course, our Aries moon on Tuesday. Keywords for Aries include courage, self-focus, confidence, initiative, first, enthusiasm, pioneering, passionate, romantic, competitive, direct, and active. Really cool. And Tuesday is an 18 day. Really, really cool that is. 18 pertains to humanitarianism, independence, and building something of value. It gives us extra power and drive to accomplish goals. That's great. And as if that wasn't enough, it's National Animal Crackers Day. So grab a handful. These iconic edible zoo and circus creatures have delighted us since the late 1800s. I had no idea they were that old. And they were imported from England back in the 1800s. They're very, very tasty animal crackers. I think it might be butter. I'm not quite sure, but be sure to have some animal crackers on Tuesday to celebrate. Also on Tuesday, you're going to want to join me. Join me at 10 a.m. Pacific, 1 p.m. Eastern for your Aries new moon solar eclipse Tarotscopes. The link is in the bio to that to set a reminder. I know you're a busy person. You might need a reminder set. Well, the link to that is in the bio. 10 a.m. Pacific, 1 p.m. Eastern tomorrow. Live, your Aries new moon Tarotscopes. We're going to have a lot of fun. And we'll talk about how you can make the most of this Aries new moon solar eclipse. And on Wednesday, we have the eclipse. Yay! New moon solar eclipse, the second Aries new moon this year. And since it's an eclipse, you want to keep things business as usual. Stay in the vibration of love. Stay in the vibration of what you want. But nothing fancy. No spells, no candles. The eclipse is weird, right? So you want to just let the universe have its way with you. You want to just stay in the vibration of love and go with the flow, right? You might not want to do anything spectacular under the actual solar eclipse. It's probably a good idea to lie low. And you got Mercury ruling Wednesday, of course. Mercury is the planet of communication. So on Wednesday, on eclipse day, expect lots of correspondences. You may want to pad your schedule with a little extra wiggle room, as you never know what might come up out of the blue on Mercury's day. And on Wednesday, of course, the Aries moon is good for starting fresh, physical activity, activities that require big, short bursts of energy. Aries have two speeds, burn and off. Fun, play, being bold and courageous, but not too bold. Again, you got that eclipse, so you want to, take it down a notch, chill out a little bit. And 19 is the energy of Wednesday on April 19th. On a 19 day, we're given extra courage, independence, and leadership. Those qualities of the number 1 that we're going to put toward humanitarian causes, which is represented by the number 9. So definitely consider your contribution to humankind. And with this new moon solar eclipse, it features a square with Pluto. Oh boy. And you want to go with the flow, of course, and release toxicity. Do whatever you can to release things. You win by letting go in a lot of respects. You transform and you get empowered by your transformation, by letting go, by being reborn like the phoenix rising from the ashes with Pluto involved. And Pluto ignites our lives with changes and transformations. And this is going to happen over the next 6 months because the eclipses, they have a 6-month time period. So a lot of new things might unfold for you over the next 6 months, depending on where that eclipse falls in your chart. So we're going to talk all about that, of course, tomorrow with your new moon solar eclipse Tarotscopes. And on Thursday, the 20th, well, it's 420 day. That's going to be interesting. That'll be fun. You get your waxing moon cycle, of course. So you just want to focus on what you want and move ahead following protocol. Business as usual. We're upon Mercury retrograde. We have a solar eclipse. Business as usual, okay? And you want to just follow protocol and make moves based upon your logic and your inspiration. Jupiter of course, rules Thursday, the planet of luck and abundance. So it's time to think big and doubt your limits and make moves to expand and grow. Moon will be in Aries until 12:29 a.m. East, then Taurus. If you're on the Pacific coast, that Aries moon is going to come at 9:29 p.m. on Wednesday. Taurus rules the throat, including the thyroid and vocal tract. Taurians often have lovely voices. So many Tauruses are musicians. You got Joe Cocker, you got Billy Joel, you got Adele, you got Jack Johnson, you have Stevie Wonder, you have Robert Smith of The Cure. So many Tauruses are so many singers are under the sign of Tauruses. They're quite talented musicians. And the number 20 on Thursday symbolizes new beginnings, abundance, and manifestation. It's a day for creating long-term benefits as opposed to quick fixes. And this is the big aspect we're going to be talking about for our solar eclipse. Sun square Pluto. Sun in Taurus is going to square Pluto in Aquarius. A square is a little bit of an awkward angle, a 90-degree angle, and it's going to require some kind of letting go, that's for sure. We can soothe with this aspect our psychological triggers and evolve to a higher level of experience, to experience inner peace. So when you evolve to a higher level, you don't sweat the small stuff, right? You evolve and you let go, and you're not petty, and you go with the flow, and you know that God or the universe or infinite intelligence has your back. Maya Angelou had this aspect in her chart. I thought, since Maya Angelou was an Aries, that we could benefit from some Maya Angelou quotes today. So I compiled a few Maya Angelou quotes to inspire you this week with her Aries energy. She was very fierce, Maya Angelou. Listen to this one. If you don't like something, change it. If you can't change it, change your attitude. Don't complain. I love that. Don't complain. I think it was Katharine Hepburn who said, don't complain, don't explain. Makes a lot of sense. Makes a lot of sense. If only because our subconscious is listening, and you don't want your subconscious to think that you have it rough. You want your subconscious to think that life is easy. Everything always works out to me. Yeah. So that's one. Another Maya Angelou quote. It's one of the greatest gifts you can give yourself. Excuse me. It's one of the greatest gifts you can give yourself to forgive. Forgive everybody. This is so true. Obviously, you get so much more energy when you just forgive. And we have actually a Florence Scovel Shinn reading coming out today, an audiobook, chapter 3 of her The Game of Life and How to Play It. And she says that all this dis-ease in the body, a lot of it comes from unforgiveness. So if you want to feel good physically, forgive yourself, forgive everyone. And definitely check out the Florence Scovel Shinn drop later today, chapter 3 of The Game of Life and How to Play It. Chapter 3 is about the power of the word. The word is your power, the power of the word. In any case, it's dropping today around, I think, between 12 and 1. So check that out. So yeah, it's one of the greatest gifts you can give yourself, to forgive everybody. Additionally, she said about her mission, my mission in life is not merely to survive, but to thrive, and to do so with some passion, some compassion, some humor, and some style. Oh, I like that an awful lot. We should all follow this advice. She knew what she was talking about. She did. Fierce Aries. So, happy birthday, Maya Angelou. I know she had a birthday sometime this month, but she also has that Sun square Pluto, or excuse me, Moon square Pluto in her chart. Wasn't she, though? Very inspirational. Very inspirational. Even listening to her, she has a great speaking voice. I love when she reads her stuff as well. Also, on Thursday, the sun will enter Taurus. Yay! I think I'm ready for Aries season to be over. I mean, I like it, but, I'm ready for some groundedness, some earthiness, some sap on the trees, and smelling the flowers and all that fun Taurus stuff. Music, especially. So from the 20th of April to the 20th of May, the sun will be in the sign of Taurus. We are ready to get back to basics as the sun enters steady, steadfast Taurus. For the next 4 weeks, from the 20th, we're going to be slowing down and stopping to smell the flowers, experiencing the simple, sensual pleasures of life. That'll be nice. And it's right on time, right? Because we have Mercury retrograde happening, and that's all about slowing down, and we're in great company. George Clooney is a Taurus. Adele is a Taurus. Audrey Hepburn is a Taurus, was a Taurus. And Stevie, love me some Stevie. He is a Taurus as well. So it's funny. When the Red Hot Chili Peppers covered his song Higher Ground, Flea of the Red Hot Chili Peppers goes up to him and says to him, he was kind of standoffish at first because he didn't know who he was. But Flea was like, hey, did you like our version of Higher Ground? And he goes, I'd like the paycheck. I guess he got a lot of money for that. Typical Taurus, likes his money. Additionally, remember these guys? Remember these dudes? Eric and Lyle Menendez from 1989. They were convicted of killing their parents. It's interesting. When this case first broke out, the Menendez brothers case, from my perspective, that they killed their parents and they were painted as like greedy, spoiled, rotten children who just wanted to take their parents' money. And then all of a sudden, these allegations of abuse just came out. It seemed awfully convenient that it just came out then as soon as they went to trial. But nowadays, looking at this, definitely is a horse of a different color. I don't know if you've seen the Menendez murders, Eric Tells All documentary, but it's extremely eye-opening. If this case was tried today, these men would not be in jail. They would be off, I believe. Very fascinating case, and we're going to talk all about it on the Astrology of Crime on Thursday. In fact, this lady here, if you're ever convicted of a crime, you want Leslie Abramson to represent you. She was fierce. Libra, this lawyer was. She was quite the defender. She's really amazing. She has a book. I'm going to read the book at some point for sure. She's retired, so if you do need a lawyer, well, unfortunately, she probably can't represent you. But she leaves quite a legacy. So yeah, we're going to talk all about that on Thursday. The link to that is in the description below. I wasn't sure about the greed. Oh, you don't want to check out that documentary. Check out this doc. If you're interested, we're going to talk all about it anyway on Thursday. But definitely fascinating case, that's for sure. So join me on Thursday, 1 p.m. Eastern, to discuss the Menendez case. It's a very controversial case. Viewer discretion is advised. For sure. Oh, thank you, Sin. Yeah, it's a little severe right now, my take on the case, so I have to balance it out this week. Shh. I'm kind of on Eric's side right now, and I know that I have to vary up my what is informing my knowledge of the case, right? Because 3 sides to every story, right? What you say, what I say, and the truth Anyway, we're going to try to get to the bottom of it. I haven't even looked at the charts yet. Jeez Louise. But yeah, we're going to have a lot of fun with that. And then on Friday, I hope you're in love. It is Friday after all. Venus's Day. Venus's Day on Friday. And it's Robert Smith's birthday. So, I mean, come on. You got to be in love on Friday on Robert Smith's birthday, for Pete's sake. And you're going to be in your waxing moon cycle. So focus on what you want and move ahead, following protocol and making moves based on logic and inspiration. Venus, of course, rules the day on Friday. What is love flows. What is not goes. Let it go. Let it go. Spread as much love around as possible on Venus's day and count your blessings. Count all your blessings, folks. Because what we focus on grows. And you got a Taurus moon on Friday. Perfect. Robert Smith is going to have a great day. And so will we, with the sun and moon both being in Taurus on Friday. And it's ruled by Venus. Taurus is ruled by Venus. It's going to be quite a Venetian day with the sun and moon in Taurus and it being Friday, which is Venus ruled. Taurus words and phrases include stability, security, sensuality, possessions. They like their things, Taurus. They like their money and their things, and they like their music, and they're very loyal. And they're stubborn, and they like the status quo. Don't change the plan, man, Taurus says. And if it ain't broken, don't fix it. That's a very Taurus philosophy. And they're very steadfast, and they're very solid. So enjoy your Taurus moon on Friday. And it's a 21 day, which is a big deal. Those of us who know the tarot know that 21 is the universe. It's the world. It's the ultimate fulfillment of a long process of spiritual transformation. 21's root is, of course, 3, the number of unbridled creativity taking material form. That's pretty awesome. And of course, it's Robert Smith's birthday. Happy 64th birthday, Robert Smith of The Cure. English frontman of The Cure is currently touring in the UK. And he's actually going to be on my side of the pond this spring. Very excited about that. He had promised us a new album called Songs of a Lost World back in 2021. I don't know what the holdup is here, folks, but this album has not dropped yet. And he said that it's going to be very, very sad. I'm like, how much more sad could your work be, Robert? I mean, he says it's sad because he had a lot of bereavements recently. So this is a darker album. I don't know. But it's been promised to us forever. I don't know what the holdup is, but I think he's a bit of a perfectionist, Robert. So anyway, stay tuned for that. Stay tuned for that. He's older than you, Sin? Oh, well, yeah, he's been around for quite a while. Quite a while indeed, and he doesn't look like this anymore. But I like to put my celebrities, my favorite stars, in a very pretty light. So yeah, this isn't him today. It's slated for release, his new album in 2023. Keep your fingers crossed, but I'm not going to hold my breath. I mean, he said he was going to deliver it in 2021. It's been a while. We can only use COVID as an excuse for so long. In any case, it's Friday. You're going to be in love, a lot of Venus energy, and enjoy that. Also, while you're in love on Friday, listening to The Cure, waiting Robert's next album, Mercury's going retrograde. Yep, it's that time of the year, folks. It's that time of the year, folks. Prepare to slow down as the winged messenger retros in the slow sign of Taurus. Taurus is fairly slow, right? You start shit when the sun enters Aries and the moon is in Aries, and then you finish it or you nurture it when the sun enters Taurus. So Taurus really is all about grounding, fortifying, solidifying. And Mercury retrograde, it's really perfect, right? At least Mercury's not going retrograde when the sun is in Aries, because that way, if we did a Mercury retrograde when the sun is in Aries, we'd be wanting to like make big moves, and it's not always a good idea to be fast under Mercury retrograde. So this Mercury retrograde is very interesting. Uranus, the planet of tech, is going to be conjunct Mercury in the beginning stages of Mercury retrograde. So that's going to sort of intensify this retrograde. It's not going to be a typical Taurus Mercury retrograde because we have Uranus involved in Taurus this year. So it's going to be interesting. It is time for review. Remember that it's a perfect universe. That means that Mercury retrograde is part of our perfect plan. So we need Mercury retrograde to slow down and catch up, right? So it's a great time for review. Mercury retrograde is a good time to plan because Mercury is slowing down. Our communications are slowing down. Our brains are slowing down. We can actually plan and be really, really good at figuring out the best way to go about something, right? So you could plan a trip, you could plan a project and launch said project or go on said trip when Mercury goes direct. Also a really good time to back up your files, folks. Get your hard drive. Get a hard drive. What is it called? When you have a hard drive, it's like you get to, well, you plug it in. So I forget the word, but they have these hard drives that you can get that are pretty cheap. You plug them into your computer. They used to be really expensive, and you can back up your files if you don't have enough room on your computer. But back them up. Back up important files and give yourself extra time to complete projects, to get to where you need to go. Same rules apply. External hard drive. Thank you, Regan. Thank you very, very much. Yes, Sin, I appreciate. You must have took the words right out of my mouth, as Meatloaf might say. And you want to be extra clear when Mercury is retrograde. Very, very, very clear. Make things extra clear and check and double check. And remember, with Mercury retrograde, when in doubt, leave it out. And also remember, you can't unring a bell, especially with the sign of Taurus. Tauruses can at times be very, very vocal to an extent that gets them in trouble. So keep that in mind. When in doubt, leave it out. You can't unring a bell, so you might want to cool down a little bit before you shoot your mouth off. Just saying, keep that in mind. Let's see. That is why I have such a hard time with Taurus. Their card is the Hierophant, and as an INFJ, I'm here to break traditions that don't work. Yes. Well, from what I remember, Jamie, I think you also have some strong Leo in your chart, and Leo and Taurus, well, that's not easy. That's not easy at all. Not easy at all. But in any case, enjoy this Mercury retrograde. Maybe we can chill out a little bit. And then on Saturday, the 22nd, well, we're going to be under our waxing cycle still, of course, and move ahead, following protocol, make your moves based on logic and inspiration. And you got Saturn ruling Saturday, so be sure your ducks are in a row. Might want to get them in a row beforehand, right? So you can look at your ducks and say, oh, look at those ducks. I got them in the row. I'm so happy they're in a row. So do that. You could do it on Saturday, this weekend, to get your ducks in a row, but you might want to be lazy. Just relax, lie around naked eating chocolates like a typical Taurus instead of getting your ducks in a row. Maybe you're lying around naked eating chocolates like Venus, looking at all your ducks that are in a row. Good morning, Common Gay View. Nice to see you. Oh, you are? I'm so glad to hear that, Jamie Honey Bunny. We like you being excited. Excitement is the name of the game. And on Saturday, the moon will be in Taurus until 6 a.m. East. Hopefully, you'll still be sleeping. It is Saturday, after all. Then the moon will go into Gemini. Your Taurus moon is good for determining your values. That's key with Taurus, is all about values, right? And happiness, all happiness is value fulfillment. So it's important to look at your values. With Uranus having been in the sign of Taurus, our values may have shifted. So we may be going after things that no longer are really relevant or no longer really matter to us. So it's a good idea to check in with yourself and be like, okay, well, is this still number one priority? Or is this still very important to me? Because an object in motion likes to stay in motion. That's very Taurus. So we can sometimes be grounded or steadfast with things that are no longer relevant. So check in with your values this week with your Taurus moon. And then when the moon enters Gemini this weekend, you make choices. You make value-oriented decision-making. For sure. For sure. Sin, you have too many ducks? Oh, no. Well, don't hurt the ducks. Don't hurt the ducks. It's Earth Day, Sin. We mustn't hurt any ducks on the week of Earth Day. That would be terrible. Terrible. Oh, you got a birthday coming up. Are you a Taurus? Common gave you? Are you a Taurus? I think you're a Taurus. You look like a Taurus to me. Enjoy your birthday. So yeah, we have number 22 on Saturday. Big deal. Master 22. Anytime you get two single digits in a row, the same number, that's a master number. And 22 brings together the spiritual and the material. Its energy helps us to trust our instincts and to receive profound insights. Very interesting. And it is Earth Day on the 22nd. It's a day to honor the achievements of the environmental movement and to do our part to protect our natural resources for future generations. That should be great. But don't touch my plastic straws. Don't touch them. I'm going to keep plastic straws forever. Forever. I don't care. I'll make it up to the earth in some way. I'll do some extra recycling. I'll plant a tree, but don't touch my plastic straws, all right? Thank you very much. Happy birthday, then. You are a Taurus. Right on, Taurus. Team Taurus, right here on This Week Astrology. So, yeah, enjoy Earth Day. Protect your natural resources for future generations. So one thing I figured out, or I heard, is if you are just standing in line, one thing you can do, I'll stand up to demonstrate. If you keep your hands to the ground, you can like release energy, right? You can release static from your body, but the static that you release from your body actually helps the earth. So just think of that. So you're here, right? You're in line. You're like, oh, geez, I'm in line. What am I going to do? I'm going to release the static energy, and it's going to help the earth and make you feel better. The more you know. Here on This Week Astrology, we give you all those tips and tricks. Yes, those paper straws are insufferable. Insufferable. I like my plastic straws. Thank you, Kelsey. Thank you, Kelsey. We're not going to get rid of the plastic straws. All right? We're not going to get rid of them. We're not going to get rid of them. Ooh, I like this. This is a lot. Take off your shoes and wiggle your feet in the ground. Ooh, I think, what do they call that? Planting? There's some word for it. Very Taurus thing to do. Definitely do that. Hey, everyday therapist, nice to see you. And thank you for your insights and Sin. Everybody who joined me on the last episode of the Astrology of Crime, thanks so much for sharing your ideas. Sin came up with some really great ideas. So did Regan, to help us understand crime so we can prevent it. Stopping crime with astrology. Who knew? Who knew we could do that? So yeah, we're going to be doing that again on Thursday, of course. Yes, grounding. So enjoy your Earth Day on Saturday. And then on Sunday's the 23rd. I forgot. Oh, it's Shakespeare's birthday. Or so they say. They say it's Shakespeare's birthday as well. It's not Chris Cornell's birthday. Chris Cornell is, of course, a Cancer. But he has Mercury sextiling Mars in his, or had Mercury sextiling Mars in his chart. In any case, we're under our waxing moon cycle on Sunday. So focus on what you want and move ahead, following protocol and making moves based on logic and inspiration. That'll be nice. And it's the sun's day, of course, on Sunday. The sun's day connects us to the eternal present moment. It's a day to enjoy your life and to bask in the feeling of being alive. And you can use your Gemini moon for correspondence, multitasking, running errands, short trips, socializing, writing, editing, creativity, and developing your mindset. That is key with Gemini. Gemini's key phrase is I think, right? And our mindset makes a huge difference. So you want to make sure that you're using this Gemini moon to develop a winning mindset, right? Think about what it is that you want and consider what beliefs you would have to have in order to make that a reality, right? Or consider who has what you want and think about what they might actually believe. What are their thoughts? What are their what's their mindset like? And then you can adopt that mindset. Yeah, that ought to be cool. Additionally, you got the number 23. Now, 23 represents change, progress, and innovation. It helps us to create new beginnings and to transform and evolve any area of our lives. Any area of our lives. So keep that in mind for the number 23. Change is stability. Keep that in your head. It's important. And we also have on Sunday Mercury sextiling Mars. This is a nice little sweet aspect in Cancer. Mercury and Taurus will sextile Mars in Cancer. It's an ideal time to finish up projects deemed too hard before. If anything was daunting, be it a house project or something you were working on, do whatever you can to, well, get it done. Get her done. Sunday's going to be a good day to do it if it's not too strenuous. It is Sunday, the God's Day. Pay your respects. But yeah, it's also a good aspect for socializing and romance. Chris Cornell of Audio Slave and Soundgarden, he had this aspect in his chart. Unfortunately, we lost Chris in 2017, and he was an amazing artist. Jeez, I hate to say it, but he covers Patience, that song by GNR, Guns N' Roses. I don't know. I mean, listening to his covers, especially of that song, makes you think, could Chris Cornell's version of Patience be better than Axl Rose's? Yikes. What a controversial conversation that is. It's very possible. I would listen to it. Listen to Chris Cornell's version of Patience and tell me later when I see you again whether or not you think it's better than Axl Rose's. God, what a Sophie's choice, right? Chris Cornell was great. Me too. But he's with us in spirit and also on Spotify. So you get to enjoy Chris on Sunday because he has this aspect. He has Mercury sextiling Mars in his chart, or had in any case. Lots of love to Chris Cornell and all his fans. And let's listen to his music this week, because when's not a good time to listen to Chris Cornell? So thank you all so much for joining me for This Week Astrology, especially live. I really appreciate getting to see everybody here today. Nice way to start the week. And if you're watching the replay, well, thanks for catching that as well. Be sure to like the video. Please like the video and subscribe to my channel, of course. And if you feel so inclined, hey, well, why not share it? Sharing is caring, right? That would be awesome sauce if you do so. And I shall see you tomorrow, bright and early in LA at 10 a.m. Pacific, 1 p.m. Eastern for your Aries new moon solar eclipse Tarotscopes. And also on Thursday, we're going to talk about the Menendez kids. Well, they're not even kids, obviously. They weren't even kids or boys when they were being tried, but we're going to talk about them nonetheless. The Menendez men. That doesn't ring off the tongue so easily. But in any case, we're going to be talking about them on Thursday. And I'd love to hear what you have to say. So stay tuned for that. The Astrology of Crime on Thursday. Also at 1 p.m. Eastern. The link to both of these are in the description below. So you can set a reminder for that just so you don't forget. And of course, if you're looking for a reading, coaching, gift certificates, or parties, I'm in Los Angeles. Well, you know where to find me. And if you don't, well, the link is in the description below. And we'll hook you up with a reading, coaching calls, whatever floats your boat. So have a kick-ass week, everyone. I'll see you tomorrow for your solar eclipse, solar new moon solar eclipse Tarotscopes, and on Thursday for the Menendez Brothers Astrology of Crime. And I shall see you soon. Take care, everybody, and thanks for joining.